Hi, everybody. Welcome from Match a Resident. My name is Esha Jane, and I'm here with Tomisin. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, you are saying it correctly. Good
Great.
job.
And we're here to talk about her success story. So why don't you just introduce yourself to everybody?
All right. Thank you so much for having me again, Isha. Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Oluwatomisin Olapoju. I'm a recent graduate from Richmond Gabriel University in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, formerly known as All Saints University. And I matched into general surgery preliminary track at Lincoln Medical Center or Mainline Health in Pennsylvania.
Wow. Oh, so you're in Pennsylvania. I'm in Philly.
Oh,
Welcome.
that's nice. Yay, we get to meet.
Congratulations. That is a huge, huge success. Why don't you tell me how you got here or tell all of us how you got here and ultimately your success story?
Okay, thank you. So I'll say my story is one of God's grace, literally. I had a lot of gaps and red flags, but one thing I learned is you are the one who tells how you want to define your story, and you shouldn't let those things limit you. So many things that a lot of us think are red flags may not even stand out to the programs. There's more to you than just a particular thing on your program. So my journey started way back in 2016. I did pre-med in St. Lucia. And then I transferred to Dominica. My parents and I were just trying to find a better school and one that was more affordable. And so I went to Dominica. And after some months, Hurricane Maria happened. I always say I think I should write a book about my journey. And then we literally had to be evacuated to another island, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And so that's where I eventually finished my school. And through it also, yes, I had like three different schools on my transcript.
Wow.
And then, starting from 2016, 2017 till now, I just graduated, there are some gaps, but I just thank God for how it went, schooling in the Caribbean. But one thing I did like about schooling in the Caribbean, I got to do some of my rotations there, for instance, in Jamaica. So I had a lot of hands-on experience. I matched into surgery. I did my core rotation in Jamaica and it was beautiful. I felt like an intern, that has an experience in the OR on the ward. So it's something that I greatly recommend. And I also got to do electives here in the US. I did some surgery electives here, bariatric surgery, plastic surgery. So I got to experience both of them. And I think it was just the best thing for me. Coming to the US, I was already preparing for my steps before I got here in 2023. So as soon as I got here, I took my step one and passed on first attempt. I'm super grateful for that. And then step two now was a bit more challenging for me because I was doing so many things at once, trying to apply, and I did pass, but my score wasn't as high as I wanted. And I'm like, oh my God, general surgery and everything. And I'd had a lot of people tell me, are you sure you still want to do surgery? You're an IMG, what are the odds? Some people were like, are you sure you're not going to have a backup? I'm like, I don't see myself doing anything else. And I don't want to match in something I don't want. It's surgery or surgery.
Right.
And so I did apply to surgery without any backup.
Wow.
And look at me today. I'm so happy. So, guys, there are going to be so many things that are against you. Sometimes it's going to be negative voices, some of them out of concern, and some of them they just don't know. But you just have to keep your mind focused on what you want and believe in yourself, trust in God, bet on yourself, believe in yourself, and you can do it. And then I also had, a good
Wow.
community of friends that supported me, prayed for me, and then I also joined the IMG roadmap. I think that's where I heard about Match a Resident, Dr. Loom. She had like a discount code. And so that was how I started using some of the Match a Resident resources. So it's
Wow.
all good. Everything all came together. I'm just super grateful.
There's no words to say congratulations, but it's clear that your story, your success story is a story of grit, support, and really just not giving up. And
Yeah.
that is very amazing. I can understand. I was on Antigua when that whole hurricane happened, and we were luckily
Category 5 hurricane.
spared. We were luckily spared, but I can't imagine having to uproot your life all over again.
Really, and we had to continue classes like a few weeks after, like nothing happened. It was a whole lot. Yeah.
And just that moment, I'm sure a part of many moments in your life is really what made you successful for surgery and what's going to make you successful through residency.
Thank you. Thank you
Wow.
so much. Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Yeah, so you touched upon it a little bit, but tell me how Match a Resident really played a role in your success.
Okay, so I used the specialized program list. Like I said, I think it was from the IMG roadmap. So I subscribed for it. And what I liked about it was because I had heard a lot of resources about finding programs, and sometimes it can get overwhelming. But Match a Residence looked like it was the simplest for me to understand. It was very simplified. And so it has a section where, you get to put in your information. If you need a visa, what kind of visa, your step scores, if you have US clinical experience, every single thing so that it's personalized to you. If you're an IMG, and so it rates the programs based on IMG friendliness, if that's what you want. And then at the end of the day, it pulls up a lot of programs for you, and you can choose the one that you want and you can save them. So it has it for all specialties, but I paid for just general surgery because I knew that that was all I wanted to do. And so it helped me to, rank, to rate my programs. Apart from that, when you click on, it had all the information, the contact number of the program director, program coordinator. And another thing that I liked was that it had a part where people who had interviewed at those programs had like they wrote what they thought about the program. Sometimes they wrote like questions that they saw. So I'm like, this is first source, And
That's
so it was
helpful.
very good for me, right? It was very helpful. And it also had like an AI feature
Oh,
the
that's
end,
new.
right? If you don't want to look up at the program website, which you should, but then it helps to talk about like the uniqueness about each program, what makes them stand out, and everything about the program and comparing it to other programs as well. So it really helped me. That was like the only thing I used. I think in addition, I probably added Residency Explorer, but my main tool was Match a Resident. It was very easy and simple for me, and I already like planned, I already subscribed to it. And then when my step two score came out, I just like added it and
Right.
it came out for me. So it was really good. Yeah.
Right. I know Match Your Resident, I'm amazed. They didn't have the AI feature when I started to use their services, but that's amazing. And really, like the firsthand experience about interviewing and stuff is that goes a lot longer than just trying to go on Reddit or all of those things.
Exactly. And it also has like this, it kind of gives like a percentage of how many people like yourself, probably like IMGs from the Caribbean and things, also applied for this program and interviewed at the program. So I think those stats are really good as well.
Good, good. And that's like great for other people to hear so that they can get involved with maybe like exploring the services with Match Your Resident.
Yes, and they have other services like the interview prep list and
Right.
so many other things. I think even on the website they have like free interview questions. So I also use those ones and they came in very handy.
And that being said, it's so important to use good resources, not
Yes,
just every resource, but like
right.
ones.
The right ones, good
Right.
ones. Yes.
Well, I think, apart from all of that, what are some words of advice you have to future applicants or future applicants for surgery? Any advice?
Yes, okay. So future applicants in general, first of all, the power of vision. One thing that kept me going throughout medical school and even when I was applying was the fact that I already saw myself as a doctor practicing. So that vision kept me going. If you can see yourself doing something, then you know that you're already going to be there. There are several times I'm like, can I really do this? I'm like, okay, no, I already like have this picture. I actually printed out a picture of myself in the OR during one of my surgery rotations, and I always put it on the mirror in my room. So
Wow.
every day when I wake up, I'm like looking at it and I'm like, this is where I see myself. So that really helped me. So the power of vision, because like I said, there are going to be challenges and different things will come your way, even having the amount of money you want to apply. I'm planned to apply to over 100. I ended up applying to just like 90, but God still came through. So challenges can come in different forms, but just make sure you stick to what you want.
Mhm.
Don't settle. Don't say, oh my God, surgery or any specialty is too competitive for you. There's nothing like that. There is space for all of us at the top. So just choose what you want, stick to it, be
Love it.
determined, stay focused. Like I said, believe in yourself and trust in God. And it's gonna work out for you. It's gonna work out in your favor. Like I said, the things always come up, but don't give up. Everyone always has a success story. So just think of it as whatever is happening right now is just part of my success story that I'm building, and it's definitely going to get better. And I already see myself in this place, and yes, I'm a step closer each day. So just focus on what you have to do, break it down into bits, because that whole application period was super stressful.
I don't miss it.
Was really stressful, but I was just, trying to. That's why it's good to plan. in advance, like with the match your resident, they start sending emails before application season. So you can already start looking for the programs before then, start working on your personal statement. They also have a personal statement feature on match your resident and, all your documents and resources so that by the time application starts, you're not like so overwhelmed and all you have to do is just, put them there. Yeah. So take it better on yourself. All you need is one interview. I only had one interview, guys. I only had one interview.
Wow.
One interview and I matched. Thank you. Another thing I would say probably helped me, of course, the IMG roadmap. And one of the things I learned from there was networking and
Mm.
attending conferences.
Yeah.
So you need to put yourself out there. There are people around you that want to help you. So I attended the American College of Surgeons Clinical Congress twice, last year and the previous year. And every single time I went there, I got new information from them. I got people that could mentor me in research and other areas. And even that's how I met the program where I matched at those conferences. And
Yeah.
so the more you put yourself out there, because as an international student, kind of seems like you're disadvantaged,
Mhm.
which you really are not. But if you do everything you have to do, and sometimes all you just need is someone that can, speak for you, someone that can guide you. So going to these conferences helps you to connect with people who are already gone far in this specialty where you want to go. So I would say do everything you can, try to go for conferences and even virtual programs that they have so that you can be in the right spaces. Like you mentioned, having the right information.
Mhm.
So that being in that environment also helps. So yes,
That is amazing advice. I couldn't agree more with putting yourself out there and networking. And that's something also Beautiful Match Resident does. You get to meet so many people. But highlighting what you said, the conferences, I wish I went to more as like a med student, but so many people are there to help you, like you said. And
yes,
the one thing I love about what you said is your vision. You saw it every day. You printed your picture out on a mirror.
yeah,
There's a quote that I've had from medical school that says, nothing worth having comes easy. And I put it everywhere I go. And just
exactly.
envision it, and that's your day to day.
Exactly. Even the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain, so that he that sees it may run with it. So that's just it's all part of it. And I'm so glad that we've come this far. Networking is so important, putting yourself out there. And yeah, just do all you can.
Once again, congratulations. And thank you so much for taking this time to share your experience with everybody.
Thank
I
you
can't
so
wait
much,
to see
Esha.
all the wonderful things you do. That's so
Thank you
amazing.
so much. Thank you to the whole Match Resident team. It was an honor being here with you. I absolutely enjoyed this.
Thank you.